same idea, different costume. The sum is given to me, but if I look on the other side, the product looks different. There is a, there is a b square, and there is a c cube. And if I build a story around that, if I say, okay, the geometric mean of these three terms is the cube root of a into b square into c cube. On the other side also, I will need a and a b square and a c cube divided by 3. But I do not have the value of this expression, and I do not know how to go from here to here at all. So something needs to be done, and once again, the moment you see the what I am doing, you will understand, okay, that's the essential game. And maybe coming up with it is difficult, but after you watch it, you will understand that, okay, this game can also be played fairly easily. So how do I go for that? And again, this is a fairly standard kind of algebra technique. Once you watch it, you will realize that, okay, you've seen such a game earlier also, or you will see it later again. So I want to balance this story somehow, that I can use this equation and I can still get this product. Okay, so how to do that? For a, I just need an a. For a b square, I need two b's. But if I do two b's, on the other side I will get a b plus b, which will give me a 2b, and I do not want that. How do I fix it? Divided by 2, divided by 2. Because now the product will have a b square. Yes, it will have an extra 4 also, but that's okay. That in this equation equality I will change later, not a problem. Stay with me. Story is c cube, so c into c into c, but I will divide it by 3. You will see in a second why. Because now if I go for the arithmetic story, a plus, if I go b by 2 plus b by 2, I'll put it in a bracket so that I can do this. Isn't this just b only? So now the stories are balanced. On each side I have the same story, b by 2, b by 2, b by 2, b by 2, product and an addition. But now b by 2 plus b by 2 will give me a b. That means I will just get a plus b plus c, because that's what I have for sure. So I hope you get the gist of the game. So I have that, and similarly plus I will have a c by 3 plus c by 3 plus c by 3. So you will say, oh, it is still a plus b plus c only. Why am I writing it so, and what difference does it make? Where is that important point? Is in the number of terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 6th root of this. 6 terms here, that means it should be divided by 6, right? So that's where you have to pay attention. Think about it, pause, rewind. This is an important point, that be careful about the number of terms being generated while you play any such game. But this is nothing but a plus b plus c, so I will just put a 30 here. 30 divided by 6 is greater than equal to 6th root of. I will get a into b square into c cube, and I will also get a 4 into 27. Which I'll adjust later. I don't know why this 6 is written here. 6th root of this expression. This is nothing but 5. There is a 6th root. Remove it. That means go raise it to 6. Both sides of the equation. So we will get a 5 raised to 6 here. And then this 4 into 27. Don't forget the equal to sign. Then this 4 into 27 can be multiplied on the other side. So finally, this 4 into 27 will be gone. This is what I wanted in the beginning of the story. So a into b square into c cube is equal to 4 into 27 into 5 raised to 6. So what a lovely little game. You had one story here, but you had another story here. How do I balance it so that I can use the am is greater than equal to gm concept? So concept is still the same. This is again, if you will notice, is more about that symbolic manipulation, or what we call standard basic algebra, right? So another example and another little escalation in the challenge. This time we have a modified story here. Again, I'm thinking of the same question, what is the max? And I have a different story here as well. And I have to create that am gm story in such a way that both sides have the same terms. So I want a cube on one side, but I want a on the other side. I know how to deal with this. So let's start playing with that game. I want an a cube, that means I will do an a into a into a. So that will end up in a 3a. I don't want that. That means it should be a by 3, a by 3, a by 3. Why? Because if you take these terms and add them up on the other side, you will still just get an a. So put the greater than or equal to sign there, and I will just write an a. In fact, I will write it here and leave this space for the final number. I want a b raised to 5. So there should be a b into b into b into b into b. Yes, 5b should be there. But here in the equation, I have 2b only, right? So how do I adjust that? First of all, there should be a 5 below each of them. If I take that step, I just get a b. But if you put a 2b, 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 2b everywhere, and now take 2b by 5, 2b by 5, add them up 5 times, you will simply get a 2b. So pay attention to the step and notice the process again. First I am thinking of the basic step. I want 5 b's, I should divide them by 5 because my sum here is different. But now I want a 2b, so everything should be a 2 also, right? And again, you can check it for yourself simply by the taste is in the pudding, the proof is in the pudding, right? That you take this 2b by 5, add it up 5 times, and you will see what I'm saying is true, you're getting 2b. And that trial is very important because then only you will feel confidence in the process, not in the teacher. You will feel confident about your own processes as well. That, yeah, okay, I understand this logic because I've seen it with my own hands. So, and for those who are not worried at all, I will just put the 3c here anyway. And how do I continue it? Imagine the story is continued here. How do I handle the c? There is a c only. And how do I handle the c? I want a c here but a 3c here. So let me just put a 3c, right? Because on this side I have a 3c, on this side I'll also put a 3c, no problem at all. Oh, there is an extra 3, but that all of these extra constants that I have, I will move them out later to the other side and I will still get this part of the story. So my goals are very clear, right? Not a problem. I have done this. This is equal to 63. Remove this. Put 63. But count the number of terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 3 and 5, 8 and 1, 9. The total number of terms are 9. Do count it for yourself. That means this is equal to 7 and 7 is greater than equal to. How many terms? 9 terms. That means we are thinking of the 9th root. Remove the square root. That means you have to take 7 to the power of 9. And on the other side, you will have an a cube. You will have a b raised to 5 as well. And you will have a c. But what is it that you have to carry on the other side? This 3 cube will go to the other side. It will become 3 cube. This 5 raised to 5 will also go to the other side and become 5 raised to 5. This 2 raised to 5 will come in the denominator, so 2 raised to 5. This also should have been removed. I don't need this anymore because I've already raised it to the power. So this expression is less than equal to this number. So what is the maximum value of this expression? This is the answer, right? So again, maybe now go back to the first example and notice how the story is being built step by step. And these are the possible changes that can happen in the story. And now you know how to handle them. So if I put a b6 here, I know this will be 6 times and there will be a 6 in the denominator. But because there is a 2 here, I'll also put a 2 on top with every number. If there was a 5, it would become 5 by 6, 5 by 6, 5 by 6b, 5 by 6b, and that will happen 6 times, right? So I know the fundamentals of the game. For any such situation, I think I've covered every possible scenario. You have the sum and you're thinking of the product, and you've also looked at how it may change shape or story, but the underlying logic is still the same.